Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Sacramento Condors and the Green Bay Packers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Sacramento Condors and the Green Bay Packers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Young. He's going to loft one. Deep left. That's caught at the 25. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. D.D. Westbrook. 66 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On second down now, it's Charles, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Earl Thomas is the rangiest free safety in the game. Great reactions, great understanding, and boy, will he strike you when the ball's in his area.
On third down, McNair. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see? Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out. And forces fourth down. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Shoot.
The play fake. Now Young. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
So it's third and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On second down, it's Charles. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. To throw on third down, McNair. That's complete. It's Charles. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On second down, Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now McNair throwing the out route incomplete. That's Price. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Let's go. Come in. 54. Right 54. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now a draw play. Here's Charles. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
54.
On second down now, it's Charles. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Packers get set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and these creases like they were able to exploit right there.
7 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Young. He finds his man Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Set 50, plant. Defense wins championships, baby. Jim. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Yeah, baby.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction.
Push him back. Ready.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Caught by Cobb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. Charles trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Right there, 54 miles.
From the gun on 3rd down. McNair, open man is Holmes. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
From the gun, here's McNair. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Price. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. The 1st down carry here for Charles. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Charles, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, McNair. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Here's McNair. And it's caught. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So they get the goal, but that was a 4-day drive to get 3.
Just not that.
People say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Here's the deal. Good, obviously, if we get 6 out of it, but that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And now let's look at David Johnson. Hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That's what I do.
3rd and long for Young. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, back of the night. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Young. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Ready, set.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Young working out of the gun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Young. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Young. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. This quarterback now 9 of 11 past first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Young to throw it. This is the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That's Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. Actually, correction, Dr. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, MD, guilty there. Operating from the gun, Young. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Tavecchio puts this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check one final game for you. And they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touch game here as we get set to resume play second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step? And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, plenty more to come, keep firing.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
On 2nd and 9, Young will get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Pittsburgh. Hey, check 50, check 50.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
On 2nd and Young. A throw left side, receiver Westbrook.
Ready. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Let's go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Can I try and go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there? Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Young. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Nelson Aguilar there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
McNair, quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. On 1st down, Charles. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
54, check, walk 54, walk 54.
Now McNair off the play fake. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run from the gun with Charles. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, McNair. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. direction. It's McNair. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. From the gun on third down. McNair hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this offense led by D.D. Westbrook trotting back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Again, it's Johnson. Muscles him off. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a third down. Third down, Young from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Sheds off the tackle. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Kamale Correa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. It'll be Charles again. He has been the workhorse tonight. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's McNair. Holmes has got it complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Bullock will put this one through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The busy night continues for Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Packers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Young to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, McNair. Over the middle, complete. It's Price. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. McNair to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. On 1st and 10, McNair. Screen pass to Charles. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On second down, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
We played to win. Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's McNair. And he finds Fitzgerald. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. All told, they get 13 yards on that play. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, McNair. That's complete. It's Charles. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now McNair. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Price. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's McNair. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now McNair. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And this is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You got 3 down.
Check 31, check 31.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The carry here for the big tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The situation offensively as follows. Down by 11, a little over 80 ticks to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And to get this one across the 30-yard line. Looking to throw. McNair. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. McNair. It's caught to Charles. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. McNair. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. McNair. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Green Bay, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Portland Snowhawks. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Portland Snowhawks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from the City of Roses. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down. Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
Out of the gun, McNabb. And this will be caught by Brown. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They go with Brown. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And here now, the defensive starters.
And middle linebacker Bobby Wagner, he's playing the absolute perfect position. He's the type of guy that you build around. The cornerstone of a defense, his ability to play the run, the pass, and his leadership skills, you get the full package with him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Brown. And he'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks, creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's McNabb. Got him in. It's Brown. call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And the Giants send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a baseball player. Didn't hit well there. I think he made a great choice picking football.
Now Wilson. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough football for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got it.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson is going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he's a linebacker and does it quite well.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help 3rd down here. Wilson. He gets it to Brown. Good play. Whips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
2 foot near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. 5-yard completion on first down. This is McAllister. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 31, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And they can get the first here as they take it down at the 25. Nice job keeping it up.
like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now he gets it all loose.
So that's 13 points. And Lambo now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Let's field a few yards in the end zone. And he'll roll back here. This will be a attack and get it to the 5-yard line. And New York has to take the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive in the new season. Now they're ready to go. As they get again with their first 10. Play fake. Now McNabb. And he'll find his target. Runs it complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And it goes for a gain of 31.
Foot field position there. A nice attacking play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Here's Brown. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a good get to the 33. Trying to get one more in here before the breaks. To throw on second man. Dallas got his tight end over the middle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final. After 1-7 on the EA Sports. Needing a conversion on a third down and a big play to start to run. Not much sense. To throw, McNabb. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And lined up incomplete. Little play call there. Now it's over down.
But one thing's for sure, you get a big receiver, you keep something downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get 50.
And he is a darn good receiver. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So coming on now is field goal. They're going to try for 3. He'll need all that he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47. So call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's going to get there. Not enough juice in it. This is perfect, but it's well short. And this will stay right where it is. It's a kicker from that distance, 56 yards. So he thinks you got to worry about it. I am surprised he didn't get it.
Yeah, the way kickers nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 doesn't get at least off the ball. But remember this, you have to try to build a little up in order to make this distance. You also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's what those strong kickers do nowadays. Put up in the air, distance travel, they carry it. That's what you're looking for.
They'll run on first down. McAllister. And that play going absolutely nowhere. He's out before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position, stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves to take on bigger people. So he's got great leverage while he's there. That really helps him to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right at UCLA in the NFL. That covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Nearly perfect. 9 of 10 first half. It's first and 10. They'll run it and have the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 to bring him second down. McAllister. Oh, refusing to go down. So they get what they need in 3rd and 6. The offense on 3rd down. Perfect for 3. Streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Calling it again. 7 gets him to the touchdown.
Nice job there. Another first down. Look, they had a great position to start. They took a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it all off. They'll throw on first down at Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carter. To the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards to pick up a good catch.
Timing is everything. They work on this. They cut all the time. They work all the time pattern. And this time it paid off for them. Work in center of the field. Cut it to the outside. Ball delivered. Gets both feet down for the completion.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you jump right, and then you get the verification you were right aside relief.
Not only side relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team time out.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And the system here is 3rd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, they'll find this and not getting in the ground by himself. They're really going to analyze how bad his teammates get there to help him. If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they get on that play.
Meanwhile, that's the shot intercepted. But it winds up falling incomplete.
I know ultimately he was a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to get points all over. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. On is Josh Lambo for the field try. This will be a 37 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as a donkey. That's a bullshit shot. I mean, you got to be able to execute that. I don't care what distance and I need the other side. About to drop the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be great.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this was really ultra big. Snap, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Chris Jones on the stop. Second down, McMahon. And this is complete to Reed. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. 3rd and 7. Now it's McMahon. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick sidelines. So here's time to take over on offense. Last time and then look at the special teams breakdown. Field goal block.
Yeah, I think that's a precise thing to kick game. Stab out, kick. Obviously, the blocking people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points. Take control of those guys.
On first down, McAllister. And he'll get it after a pickup of 8 seconds. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Carter. He's down after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Third and 2. Now Wilson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively brings up fourth down.
It is definitely pass against the other defense. The windows are secure, but they shrink pretty rapidly. About being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy get there and make a play.
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation there, the defense will have out. On fourth down, here's Andy Lee on to kick it away. So take it at the 15. 12 yards on the return down. Giant ball for first down. There again is the running back as he trots to the field. They've been able to get one track. They've been able to get this offense back. No points so far. Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throw the ball a little bit. Maybe tripping people, touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment. Still time before the resistance in the second quarter. No gain on the play there. It's touching it in. McMahon to throw. He'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be blocked down right around the 37. So that flag will cost him 15. It doesn't matter anymore how you get these face masks. Any part of it, it's got to be 15 yards. Now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in their personal foul yardage. Running right, here's Brown. Credit him with a 1 yard here, making it 2nd and 9. Play action. It's McMahon. The left side is complete to Reed. And he'll go down before Reed is inside the 30. That'll make a gain of 20 and a first down. Minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a little back on a very intriguing weekend in the NFL. McMahon, man on the right side of the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 for first down. That's play well enough for negative yardage. So here's 2nd and 11. Here's McMahon. And will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And incomplete pass on the last play. And that means he'll need to come up with something here on 4th and 11. Again, McMahon. And Reed with the middle. And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, Giants on the pickup of 14. That's a nice on that route. What the receiver's trying to do is the defender gets going upfield for a deep route and then breaks it off. Usually about 3 to 4 steps and cuts it through the middle field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
combination.
Always good to have the receivers with right. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that winds up a 7-play drill total. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded into the end zone. And he'll run back here. This will be a touchback. They get a touchdown to the 25-yard line. So here's the time to take over on offense. And we're still doing it in a minute to go to half. Try that drive.
And I think they would have to. This is the NFL. You got to push it every year you get an opportunity. You can never have enough point high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Jim.
It wasn't a great break of protection. Running back not giving up. What doesn't really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play by the defense. Big time sack.
Imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down from the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Wilson to throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to keep up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. Got some room at the 30. He's all the way up to the 39-yard line. That's out. Now the offense gets to use first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 39 now. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight. And if the ball is complete, it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage still at 39, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get going shy of midfield on 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into the wall. Right on the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll get off a fairly short kick here. This is toward the sideline. The Giants are at the line, ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they will play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing was starting the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leaves you with 2nd and 10. McMahon. Nowhere to escape. He goes down. So we're going to have touchdown here on Monday night. As we continue across country all now. Jonathan goes there. And that's our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, 35 miles back to you and Charles in first. Time to give the folks a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. On 2nd down, McAllister. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slant.
Another run with McAllister. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the
50 yards, come on. 50 yards, come on.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Wilson now from the gun on 3rd down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, McAllister. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
third down and 2.
On 3rd and 2, Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And Lambo will put this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Brown. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game. A swing pass outs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, here's McNabb. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
Got four down.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. And they rattle off a big one. And even 40 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 36, Wilson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Ertz has it left side. And he gets inside the 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Wilson now, a perfect to start the second half. Bad, 1st and 10. Now for their fullback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Great job.
A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Lambo to add on the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw, McNabb. The Giants on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's McNabb. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
58, the mic. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
On 2nd down, McAllister. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened
there. You think
there.
that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. McNabb to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McNabb. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's McNabb. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They got a man. It's Woods. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? 2nd and 2. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
McNabb's pass complete to Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown, Giants.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
We own it. We own it. No.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They run with Deuce McAllister. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
A 52-yard attempt.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within one score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the fourth quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
The Giants now down 20-14. At time, a huge factor. This is only week one of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
And Woods has it complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the home team here, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.